All right, go ahead.
Oh, they're both over there. There we go.
Go ahead.
I don't think I would have mind Negan in Mortal Kombat.
Oh, fucking.
But I feel like he'd be completely outscaled.
Fucking.
Because even Sonya is like, she's ridiculous.
Ain't no cursing tonight.
Johnny Cage, we know is powered by greed, ironically. They're like, the more of an ego he has, the stronger he gets. And we're like, that's kind of funny.
Here we go. And 3, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Hey there, everybody.
Oh, that was interesting. What the hell happened there?
This guy right here hits us with the and 3, 2, and then Rob in her ears goes 6, 5, 4, and I'm like, all right, we're just jumping to the future. Welcome to Nerd Talk, ladies and gentlemen. We're having fun this time.
Hey, look, we have the real men on the set. And wait a minute, show me the bitch corner. There we go.
Bitch corner.
What's the gaper?
I should point.
Your social media.
I should point out that
actually, we are going to spend time. Everybody gets to spend time in the social media chair.
No, the last person who brings content to the group chat is the one who sets the time in the chair, and it was Michael.
That's a good idea. That's a great idea.
Because as soon as he said, all right, and he posted, like, I saw this jackass literally 0.2 milliseconds later has his images in, and I'm just like, no, Negan and Tekken. Woo! Got it.
I was sitting in the corner.
He's sitting there waiting. He's like, do it. Send the text. Send the text. Got it.
I had what I was going to talk about on Tuesday, so.
Yeah, I know. But just, I had to wait for more trailers and stuff to get released and gameplay and whatnot.
Right.
Though I feel bad because I just I don't have money to go buy Tekken and the fighter pass to get Negan. So
well, here I tell you what. Here's the cool thing. Let's show that trailer real quick.
Yeah, let's start. We can start with.
So go ahead, Rob. Go ahead and rev that bad boy. It's the Tekken.
It is Negan.
Pissing our pants yet? Boy, do I have a feeling we're getting close. You know the deal. What's about to happen is gonna be hard to watch. Shit! Not cool. Not cool.
Commencing mission.
Feels good. Sounds good. It's over. No exception.
Time to die.
Shit. Great. Right there. Holy smoke! Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by his toe. If he hollers, let him go. My mother told me to pick the very best. One, and you are it. You can breathe. You can blink. You can cry. Hell, you're all gonna be doing that. Lucille, give me strength. Oh my goodness! Lucille is thirsty. She is a vampire bat.
That looks. Oh,
That's
God.
pretty gruesome.
So
That almost reminds me of the
been
show.
watching some gameplay of him. He's not bad by no means. DLC characters have this really weird thing where they'll fall into either really, really good or really, really shit. For example, Cooler in Dragon Ball FighterZ came out. Everyone was really, really hyped. He's garbage. Absolutely terrible. Can't use him. He's not. All of his confirms are really, really bad. I guess there's some cheesy things that people can do with him. Because I know Sean and Thomas were talking about it, and they were like, "Hey, he's all right." But after a bunch of the better players are playing around with him, they're like, it's not really all that great. And kind of running everything, they're like, yeah, he's all right. Then you have people who like Videl, ironically, Gohan's wife, just sitting here just like, time to break legs. And I'm just like, she's beating everybody with a pan. That's Goku Super Saiyan Blue, and he just got smacked with a pan, just PUBG'd the shit out of him. And there he goes, Dunzo. That's a knockout. So DLC characters have fallen that weird stage. So it's kind of cool to see Negan's not terrible right now. Hyper Armor looks pretty cool. That bat looks brutal.
That looks nice.
Some of those grabs where he just grabs and like rolls the bat across their face. I'm like,
yeah. In Mortal Kombat, he would play out well with that because they could totally do the flesh like graphics and stuff.
oh yeah, they
like,
just.
slowly tearing away, and I could just imagine his fatalities.
I would love to see a Bug-Eye Glenn version of every Mortal Kombat. That'd be hilarious. Just thunk H to the eye, go. That'd be great. The only Mortal Kombat, because Tekken obviously would not be able to get away with that. It would no longer be a T for teen game.
No.
It would quickly jump to Mortal Kombat's rating of M.
Yeah, and I don't think
man.
they want to lose that.
Well, the thing is I would say we have a comment about it because I know Mike said he was going to bring it up, but Mike never did. Nor you didn't put the comment up. All would
It's
have
not
been.
coming up.
All would
I
have been.
clicked it.
Rob in the back will put it up for the viewers at home to see.
Mike, you can say stuff. You can be like, yeah,
Hey,
someone
look,
has a
Negan
question.
would be way better in the new Mortal Kombat, but this
Now-
is bad.
Now that's where me and me and Brad want to kind of jump in. Actually, I don't think he would fit in the Mortal Kombat world. He's way outclassed.
Well, he's not like super strong or anything like that. He's kind of like just a guy with a bat with metal on it, you know, obviously. So
Barbed wire.
He'd have a hard time going up against people like name one person.
The people are like,
Kung Lao. Yeah,
Kung-
he's done. He's anybody
gonna
else.
get dropped by Shaolin magic.
Yeah, exactly. So you got people who are immortal, people who have magic powers.
You have people with over-the-top training, Sonya Blade. You have people who, Johnny Cage, who is... It's about as magic powers as you get. He's fueled by his own greed and ego. That's kind of cool.
He actually kind of has magic powers because he can throw like energy beams.
Yeah.
Or energy balls.
Yeah.
And Sonya, she has what?
Weaponry.
Yeah,
Grenades,
exactly.
guns. But the
So,
thing
I
is,
mean,
she has
maybe he would fit
over-the-top training.
Maybe he would fit in like Sonya's bracket, but I still think she would just tear him.
Oh, absolutely.
limb.
You mean, you might be able to argue Jax without his robo-arms, but robo-arms
I haven't seen Jax without
kind of...
his robo arms since like
Sub-Zero would
Mortal
destroy
Kombat
him.
2.
Yeah, so they deal with people like Sub-Zero
Reptile.
and... Sub-Zero, Reptile, Kotal Khan. There's so many people that... I can't see him going against Goro and being all right. Like, he's going to be like, I'm going to give you a bat. He's going to grab it and be like...
Hey, Rob, you can use the 4-up if you want,
And that'll be
include
about it for
Michael.
him.
Did you? Oh, look at there.
I'm in twice.
I know. What's up with that?
I want to be in two.
Double me.
I'm special now.
I don't think
What's
anybody
up,
can
guys?
handle two of me. I don't even think my wife can handle two.
With
Oh,
your
guys,
wife?
you know what? To cherish this moment of Mike not being here, let's take a quick selfie together.
Oh,
Everyone lean in. I'm trying to get Mike in there. How can I maneuver this? I'm going to use your head.
Push the button.
tonight.
I got it. Don't worry, Mike's not in it either. So.
Oh boy.
Easy peasy.
So could you imagine Goku in that?
In what, Tekken? Do you want people dead?
Okay, so if he's that
overpowering.
powerful in Tekken, could you imagine like a realistic version of Goku in Mortal Kombat?
No. Too strong again.
Too strong. So what?
What about Master Roshi?
After the effect, you can get rid of Master Roshi in Tekken. I don't think. Once again, I don't think he'd do well in Mortal Kombat. But
Mortal Kombat's a pretty niche universe to get into. Though.
Yeah, because you have to deal with a lot of bullshit, but a lot of more humanoid variants. For example, like stabbing Scorpion's not going to do jack shit. He's just going to be like, okay, cool. You stab Master Roshi, it's we have a problem. I'm injured and need to go to the hospital, preferably with a hot nurse.
Well,
and that's where we're gonna. That's kind of where that one goes. But no, yeah, you stab half the cast of Mortal Kombat, and they're like, "Flick, okay, cool, let's keep going." I'm like, Then
Master Roshi's a little tougher than that.
And then you have people like Goku. But then if you try and step up to Goku, Goku has stopped bullets before. He's just caught them all and been like, "You drop these, you want them back."
Can't use them.
And I'm like,
already been shot.
What's Kazuya's?
Goku's not he's a farmer. Keep in mind.
Kazuya's dad. What's his name? Wasn't he in Mortal Kombat?
No.
Soul Calibur.
Yeah, he was in Soul Calibur.
Joshua mentioned, let me send it real quick over. Mortal Kombat determines how strong everyone is, so they could make anyone work in it.
Yeah, but I think Negan being given extra power might be a little.
They had to give him
far-fetched.
something.
Yeah, I'm saying
because he was defending himself against these guys that you wouldn't think he would be able to keep up with.
You have to keep in mind most of Tekken consisted of a bunch of gangsters.
Yeah,
gangsters and like a demon.
Hey,
and Demon Jin's like
Miss Tara said that the old guy in the middle is the sexiest of us all.
No, I did not see that pop up at all.
I'm not sitting in the middle though. I'm also not old.
Well, I have to translate. No one's reading anything.
Oh boy.
Brad's got it open. I had it open, but I locked my phone for some reason.
Why'd you lock your phone?
I don't know.
Drew, oh yeah, hey. So I have a client, and they do the CBD show. They're going to go to they're not sure if they're going to do MegaCon or Tampa Bay Comic Con. They're going to go as Captain America and Black Widow, and and both of them can pull it off.
Nice.
Yep,
that's really
it's going to be freaking awesome.
Are you guys going to MegaCon?
Just me and my phone.
Of course.
We go every year.
You're not going to go with us?
I guess I am.
Yeah, we go over for the
He's
weekend
like,
in Orlando.
now.
We go over there for the weekend, and we do for 3 days.
Last time I think it was Thursday. Did y'all get there Thursday?
Oh. No, we did
y'all
Friday,
got
Saturday,
Friday
and Sunday.
till Monday morning.
And we did we interviewed for 3 days.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah, we don't just go for a couple hours. We go and
dive in.
Yeah, it makes it much better.
We dive in and walk around a lot, and talk to a lot of people.
Until Hunter decides he wants to leave packages lying around of mics and everything.
Yeah.
Oh my. Not that again, please.
Hey, Larnan has commented.
Sounds fun.
No. The thing is, it was great up until Hunter leaving the microphone around, just leaving a suspicious black box in the middle of a highly populated con.
And nobody said anything.
Yeah, no, we're walking back and we half expect the bomb squad to be around it and just approach slowly. And then I made Hunter get. Hunter just walks up. I'm sorry. He just walks back over to me. He's like, let's go. And I'm like, you're an idiot. Absolute idiot. Well, regardless of that fact.
But anyway, I got you guys off of that. Sorry. Anyway, continue on.
Off of what?
Whatever you guys are talking about. Mortal Kombat.
The new one's coming out.
Yeah, I'm excited for the new
I would say I'd say I don't really have any images or anything like that because obviously there's not a lot. We
weren't talking about that tonight.
Right, I would say they're only releasing bit by bit, so there's not really much I can do. Well, when we get more information on it, I can bring more to the table. But until then, we've only got like 6 of the characters announced. We
next
know
week,
Baraka, Terra, Scorpion, Sub-Zero.
Raiden.
We have an evil like a red lightning version of Raiden, and that's about it for actual release characters, because they're keeping the cast more hidden. We can assume that we're going to get the classics like Jax and Sonya.
Sonya isn't it because that's who Ronda Rousey's playing.
We've seen images of her, but we've not seen if she's a playable character or not. We're going to assume she is. She's been a playable character since the beginning, but we also know that Jax has his daughter. We also know Sonya has her daughter.
Asks, what do you think of Ronda Rousey being Sonya?
Done. Fine. Yeah. Oh my God. What? I have zero.
She's not tall enough.
I have quite literally. I have negative complaint. I have no complaints on that one. Like I cannot say.
So speaking of
that I'm okay with
Rousey,
that
the
role.
last pay-per-view she was in, she actually dressed up as Sonya Blade during the match.
Did she do that thing where she did the corn rolls again, or?
She's always been doing that, and it's
That's so nasty.
yeah.
That means they're dirty.
I think. All right. I think without the corn rolls, she'd be fine for Sonya. But
Josh said Sonya was confirmed already.
Yes, she was.
well, I was saying I don't know if she was. Well, we don't have a character card for her on the official Twitter yet. But yes, we're going to assume.
Yeah.
Because we've seen gameplay of her, so it's like okay, we're going to assume. But well, at the same time, we saw gameplay of Baraka in Mortal Kombat X, and we never got to play him. We ended up having to get this weird offshoot of Alien, who's just like the Tarkatan Alien. I'm like that's not Baraka, and they're like, I mean, we gave him the same moveset. We just gave him a longer grab, but I'm like, you did. You gave him a longer command grab, but okay, fine. I'll accept this one. They gave him a pounce, which is kind of cool, but he has 2 punches.
I would actually consider Baraka a part of like the
Baraka
main...
is also confirmed.
Yeah, I saw that. They confirmed him already, and that one looks. He looks like so much fun. They've already showed off a few of his updated kit because the thing is, like, they didn't want to rerun the kits from 9 and 10, so they updated him and made him more fun. So he's got this like weird AOE anti-air now. It's really really cool. I'm excited. I'm a Baraka main at heart, so I was a little bummed like at the 10. And I'm just like, where's my boy at?
Yeah. So. Wouldn't you consider him a part of like the actual Mortal Kombat universe and not like an add-on? So the DLC that they did with Mortal Kombat X, I felt like was a huge kick to the balls because this is a main character who should already be in the game, but you got to pay for the DLC to unlock a main character. That's like putting Goku on a paywall in Dragon Ball Z, or not Goku. Let's say you put Master Roshi behind a paywall.
That's understandable. They would do that.
He's part of the main story though. He's part of the universe. I know it's just terrible that Midway did that.
I mean, hell, we did it to Jiren and Videl, Gohan's wife, and she's been a character for some time now.
Don't you think
she's
DLC
Hercule's daughter?
Should be unique though.
Wait a minute. Whoa. You're telling me Barack Obama's in this movie?
Absolutely.
And because he loses all the time, right? There's a guy that looks like Trump that just beats the snot out of him, right?
Share the whole list of everybody confirmed so far. So give them a moment for that to get typed.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, I've been keeping up with the list. I'll read through it real quick because I wasn't going to talk about MKX11 or MK11 until closer to the release date when we have more information.
So my question is next week we're playing the game, aren't we?
Yeah.
What are we going to be playing?
Dead or Alive 6.
Dead or Alive.
Bouncing
like,
boobs the whole time.
Okay, so here's my thought though. What if we played a new game every month? Like it came out, you play the game as a group, get everybody's feels about it, and obviously reviews would matter. So we're not going to pick like, No Man's Sky. Like when that came out, you're not going to pick that game.
Who's going to buy the game each month?
Kind of decent. It could be anything, and like even like those the indie games, like Cuphead. Like I've not played that game yet, but
I've perfected it.
Yeah, exactly. So like
100%.
I'm saying like a new game that comes out every month, and we just pick.
Yeah,
absolutely. Vote on it.
Yeah, sure. It'd be. Yeah, I would say we can get fans involved for that one. Then we can get people to poll. Just kind of tell us what they want, what they would like to see. Because obviously some games are going to be a little harder than others because there's RPG elements and whatnot. Like for example, I'm not reviewing a Fallout game on air. Like I'll do my own where I can go and drop 70 hours in it and then cut up my 70 hours.
Or if we have someone that's got their own Twitch and they're playing at the same time of the show and they want us to bring them in and we show people a bit of gameplay, we can do that as well.
We'll play against the audience.
That would involve me not being here then, me streaming at home. But
no, not you.
Viewers. But I want it to be me.
Of course, but here's the thing. If you do that and you suck, we're going to make fun of you. I'm just you run that risk, and I'm just saying.
I'm thinking fighter games, like something that's competitive, multiplayer. Not you wouldn't pick an RPG. Like,
yeah, of course not. No, they.
15.
No, we brought fighting games in here before, and it's.
It doesn't have to be fighting. I'm just.
No, I'm okay with them. I just need some more competition.
Oh, I'm right here. Of course, he says, but you just can't be a button masher.
That's
I'm like, wait, you can't fight against a button masher? What's up with that? Oh, you're so
It
good.
takes talent to beat a button masher.
You betcha.
I want to point
button mashers always pull it off. You're like, how did you win?
They just
I want to point out we had Jeff here. Oh, it's slip and slide for a while. They're downstairs playing Mortal Kombat because they asked if they can borrow it for a little bit so they can play it on their PlayStation. I said, sure thing, man. Here you go. And I gave him the game. I'm sitting there down.
Mike Miracle's watching
PC,
tonight.
playing and whatnot. And I'm with my friends. My friends came over, and I walk down there, and I hear Cage, my little brother, going, "God, you're just mashing buttons and spamming the same move over and over again." And I'm just like, "Oh boy, this ought to be fun." I walk down there. He's figured out how to throw machetes with Jason. And I'm like, that's pretty strong. I'm like, it has really good. It has a really good priority. I'm like, it's a fantastic move. Then Cage goes, "You do something." I'm like, okay, cool. And then I just proceed to perfect both him and Jeff, and I'm like, all right, easy peasy. And I stand back up, and he's just like, "Well, that's not fair." And I'm just
Josh shared the list of everybody that's in a game.
Did he?
If it can get
Mike Miracle, what up, baby? Oh my gosh,
There it is.
that's a lot of people.
Yeah, and that's not even half of it.
Baraka Cassidy, Devora.
Well, how did they get Obama in there? It blows my mind that Obama's actually in a game now.
Yeah, I know about Cabal. Cabal's freaking cool. Katana knew about Kung Lao. Yeah, there's so many.
And Laura,
He just throws money here. I don't need to beat you. I can just make you disappear with money. Here's the money. Here's the money. They have little blades on the end of it. Goes, kill you with 100. Kill you with 20. Kill you with 200.
I would say I know there was. I don't remember which game. I was actually out.
Oh, he says his death move is throwing the toupee.
But are we talking about Trump or are we talking about Obama?
Trump.
Oh, nice.
Trump kills you with money and his toupee.
Listen,
Or he builds a wall around you,
Or he builds a wall.
and then you just disintegrate because you run out of like food and resources.
I want if we're gonna bring him to Mortal Kombat, I absolutely want him to like phone in and a spray tan.
He kills you with tweets.
And he just kicks you into the spray tan machine. Closes it.
Pew!
No, his death move is he calls Kim Jong-un. He nukes you.
He waddles in and sits on your face.
We're done here.
We probably can't talk about that.
Sure we can. Talk about what we
Kim's
want.
friendly with us now, kinda. They're not totally mad at us anymore.
Trump walked out of those negotiations this week. So
Good.
He's not happy.
Good. I wouldn't sign it. Why would you agree to something that's not going in your way or for both parties? Anyways, we're not going to talk about politics.
That's another show. That's
yeah,
I just want to thank.
I don't have anybody brave enough to come on with me, so if you want to come on with me,
I just want to say
we can zoom you in.
This is the first time we actually ever like solved a problem, like solved hatred through insulting people. They sat down on Twitter and they hashed it out for like 3 weeks straight, just insulting each other, and all of a sudden it's just like, you know what, maybe we can reach a match.
Okay,
I'm like,
so
what?
On the next, we have an item up for bid, right?
Do we?
Michael wants to talk about Pikachu.
Oh, yeah,
Because we have the new Pikachu trailer.
Absolutely.
So if you want to roll that trailer real quick, it's the Pikachu trailer.
Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, Pokemon. Yeah.
So there I was. I woke up with a heavy case of amnesia in the middle of nowhere.
That's not it. That's not it.
The wrong one.
That's the. Oh, it's the wrong one. You're looking for the one that's got actually a Pokemon. That one was
Dark.
yeah,
Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix.
We'll get to that.
That one's called
Shit show
Arya
later.
I don't know.
Stark? Sansa Stark?
Yeah. So when you find it, let me know.
Yeah,
our
so
own movie.
Fine. We'll start talking about it then. Detective Pikachu.
Oh, do I?
Another
Well,
trailer.
darn, we not get to talk about Pikachu. Gosh, I'm so upset. Not
Detective
really.
Pikachu
Let's
dropped-
watch Dark Phoenix though, because you've already got that queued up and ready to go. Because we'll just jump right into that one.
So there I was. I woke up with a heavy case of amnesia in the middle of nowhere. The only clue to my past was Harry's name and address inside this hat. So I made my way to the apartment,
Look at
and that's
me.
when I found you.
Focus
And
on
your
my
stapler
voice.
gun.
I'm not giving up on Eugene.
Zero hallucination.
So you're a talking Pikachu
You're my
with
family,
no
James.
memories, and addicted
No
to
matter what.
caffeine.
Just choices. Another round, extra shot. Maybe I got it too deep. Mixed up
You're
the wrong
special,
sound, that
Gene.
kind of thing.
And if you stop fighting that force inside you, if you embrace it, you will possess the very power of a god.
Harry is still alive. Case closed. But still open until I solve it. All right. She'll kill us all. Tell me how we fix this, Charles. Tell me what to do. I don't know what to do.
What they don't understand, what they fear, and what they fear, we seek to destroy.
This is your fault, Charles.
I tried to protect her.
I'm scared. When I lose control, bad things happen to people I love.
The girl dies.
She's still Jean. We can still help her.
Sometimes you want to believe people are something that they are not. By the time you realize who they are, it's too late.
She's coming.
All right, I don't like her. I just don't like her.
Yeah.
I think she's a very beautiful girl, but I don't like her in this.
I think the X-Men, like,
They need to-
they just
they need to
reboot
stop.
the entire thing, or just
No,
Well,
just
what
stop.
they
They
did
need to stop
reboot it,
doing
and
They just need to stop.
this is reboot number 2, and with the merger with Fox, we'll get reboot number 3.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. We're already
Number
confirmed.
4.
We're already confirmed. We're going to be
Number
on to
5.
a 3rd reboot now that it's going to merge with Fox.
Number 6.
There's a lot wrong. There's a lot of things I don't like about this trailer. There's a lot of things
This is
I
still
do
going
like
to
about
be
this
better
trailer.
than X-Men Last Stand.
Oh,
Hey, did I hear a squeak?
What?
Rob got it. Those old guys, we get it.
I'm gonna continue with the show instead of
Yes.
causing dead air. That's how these work. There's a lot of things that I do like with the trailer. Cinematography-wise, it looks fine so far. I think it's really cool. I'm really, really hoping, I'm praying that they're not going to put all the good stuff in the trailer, and then when I actually go see the movie, I'm going to be like,
Now, okay. So what
you're just leaving out all the cool stuff.
Josh just said, that, might actually be decent when Marvel has its hands on. I think so.
Yeah, so
I think it'll make it better.
I would say, though it is a Marvel movie, it's not part of the Marvel universe. It's also not part of. It's not being filmed by Marvel. Marvel's teams don't have a hand on it right now, so it is purely Fox. So it's a bit of a coin flip because I can't say Fox movies have been terrible. Both the Deadpools were fantastic. They were fun, and I've actually been enjoying our young X-Men here lately. I don't think they're terrible. I think the little cameos here and there, and the Deadpool movie, they were fantastic little cameos. I love the actor for Beast. I think he's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think all of them really, really, really fit their roles well. I even like Jennifer Lawrence's Mystique. I think it's actually really well done. There's a lot of characters there that I really, really like. There's just little things here and there that I'm like, could use a little bit of a tweak, but I'm okay with it. This part specifically, now that everyone's aged a little bit more, everyone's, they've gone to their sides now, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, Dark Phoenix is a really cool character. Enough from the peanut gallery.
The peanut gallery keeps talking. I just don't understand it.
Well, okay, actually, I'm having issues.
Go punch him in the face.
I'm actually having issues hearing him. In all actuality.
Okay, I'll make sure I'm louder for you.
That's fine, yeah. Just speak up a little bit, Rob. Just turn him down a little bit.
Yeah.
That way we don't
There is a mute button back there.
Not mute him. I need to still hear him.
Oh, you hear him? Is that over there?
I can't hear him. That's the problem. He mumbles. He's depressed over there. Because you've shoved him into the bullshit corner.
You don't put baby in the corner.
Put baby in the corner.
Put him in gay baby jail.
I do.
You got thrown in gay baby jail.
Yeah.
Gay baby jail.
Where's my dunce hat?
You're wearing it.
I'm gonna make one.
Finish your thought.
Movie can be fine. It can also be an awful movie. Because I didn't like Apocalypse at all. I thought in general,
Apocalypse was horrible.
it was generally a bad movie. And the problem is these movies so far have been coin flips. One flip, wow, that was surprisingly really, really good. Then I get another coin flip, I'm like, that was absolute trash. Then you have Logan. Flip. Cool. That was really, really good. I don't think I needed to see Professor X curse as many times as he did because, Jesus Christ, I don't want to see the old man saying fuck anymore, ever in his life.
You obviously didn't watch his HBO special.
Wow.
Patrick?
Oh.
I don't. Yeah. In Logan, it was weird seeing
Logan.
It was a fantastic movie, except Professor X comes way out of his element and starts cursing like a madman. And I'm like, all right, that's a little unnecessary for your character specifically.
So Larlin said the original actress was great as Phoenix.
You going to post that or what?
Yeah, it takes a moment for it to actually show up.
I don't know. I think the TD's getting slow.
Yeah, she was she was good. I liked her. I didn't have any real problems with her.
That was just a horrible movie. What they did.
Yeah, it just wasn't good. And the problem with the Dark Phoenix stuff is now it's gonna go to the running joke in the comics is how many times is Wolverine going to kill her? Just like
yeah, I know.
Enough of this. It's like, all right, cool, Phoenix is alive, and she's dead again. And then 8 years, she's back, and she's dead again. And I'm like, boy, if we can have an arc in which she doesn't die in like 4 days, that'd be fantastic. Because I'd like to see what she's able to do without, going, I'm going to destroy everything.
She's the Captain Marvel of that piece.
She's really, really powerful. And what do we do as humans? We fear people that are significantly stronger than us. Hence why the mutants were outlawed for a
Captain
while.
Marvel got sent away.
Xavier.
Yeah, because she's a phoenix. Yeah. That her whole deal is just like, I don't like this planet. Gone, and then restarts it. She's stupid strong. And that's where we're like, okay. My name is Charles, or you can be Charles. Do the thing with your mind, stop her, I'm going to go stab her in the chest.
Got it.
And for some reason, some omnipotent being that's losing skin as she's fighting is going to die to a knife wound. That doesn't make sense to me either, but that's okay.
Well, you got to have her die or else...
She's like, look how strong I am, I'm on fire, my skin's peeling away, I've got like raw energy underneath my skin for some reason. I'm like, that's really, really cool, and then stab, and I'm like...
You're talking about Last Stand?
Yeah. It reminds me of like
the last X-Men movie I saw.
It reminds me of like it makes me think back. It's just like you imagine Beerus from Dragon Ball, because it's always a great example. Can you imagine someone just walking up to him and stabbing him in the chest? How functionally that would be? How functional that would be?
So you're telling me the X-Men could come over and help the Guardians of the Galaxy? And
absolutely, yeah, same universe.
Yeah, same universe, but
just separated by.
So who's more powerful? Miss Marvel or Dark Phoenix?
Dark Phoenix. Dark Phoenix.
So sure. Dark Phoenix could go over there and just whoop Purple Boy's butt.
Well, I don't even know if they know about each other.
They don't.
Wait a minute.
Both universes are so busy with their own bullshit.
Because Silver Surfer was really the person that goes in and starts to say it helps beat Thanos, and Thanos is a part of Galaxia, right? That they all in the same realm, so they have to know about each other.
Does X-Men fight Galaxia though?
Yeah, you know the big purple, the big gooby, the planet thingy.
Yeah.
Then Galaxia is a part of Thanos, huh?
Galactus.
Whatever.
It's Galactus.
You know the big cloud that eats planets.
He's not a cloud though. In that horrible movie,
that was a great movie.
That was a horrible
Jessica
movie.
Alba's so smoking hot. You leave her alone.
Oh goodness.
You know, with the one where Captain America is really Johnny Storm. That's a big crossover there.
Number 2, Silver Surfer. Where the only good part about that movie was the Silver Surfer. Because it was like, wow, it's like that's a really, really powerful character. What's he doing? Working for okay, cool. Actually, that actually makes a little bit of sense. Cool, I'm okay with it. And all of a sudden, it's just like, why does Jessica Alba have like this thin line around her spray tan where you can see where her hairline starts, where it's just like pink, like this white,
and then she was getting married and she had to have a tan.
Shitty spray tans aren't an excuse.
Well, it's part of it.
Get a real one or don't do it at all.
Jessica Alba doesn't need a tan; she's still hot.
So I mean,
anyway.
X-Men.
You just liked it because she stripped in the first movie.
Hey, oh, by the way, he fixed Pokemon if you want to see it.
Yes, actually. I would
Let's watch Pokemon.
Was audio fixed?
Yeah. Okay. We just run doubles.
It is Detective Pikachu that we're going to be watching, by the way, not just Pokemon.
Pokemon. Pikachu.
We're going to see some really terrifying
With a heavy case of amnesia in the middle of nowhere, the only clue to my past is Harry's name and address inside this hat. So, I made my way to the apartment, and that's when I found you. And your stapler gun.
Stop talking! You're a hallucination!
You're a hallucination.
So you're a talking Pikachu with no memories who's addicted to caffeine.
I could stop whenever I want. These are just choices. Another round, extra shot, black as night. Thank you, sweetie. I don't know. Maybe Harry got in too deep. Mixed up with the wrong crowd, that kind of thing. Look, you can talk to humans. I can talk to Pokemon. And if you want to find your pops, we're gonna need each other.
No, I don't need a Pokemon.
What about a world-class detective? Ah, my clues!
What is all this?
Harry is still alive. Case closed. But still open until I solve it. All right, here it is. Harry faked his own death. Or somebody else faked Harry's death. Or Harry faked somebody else's death. That last one doesn't work at all. Now, obviously, I've dealt with this putz before, so I'll just do it again.
Hey, bud, what are you doing?
I can't do it when people are watching. Get me the hell out of here!
That's disappointing. So
I'm not really disappointed because I was like,
so we didn't get
whatever.
to see.
Then only non-nerd here can silence himself for a moment. Detective Pikachu's coming out, which is really, really, really cool because we've had a lot of runnings for the different voice actors who went with Ryan Reynolds. I know a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people.
Michelle said Ryan Reynolds can voice the Bible, and it would be hilarious.
She's not wrong.
He's gonna add his own anecdote. For example, you're gonna get to, all right, well, we're going to the top of this mountain because God said to sacrifice you. What? What? I wouldn't sacrifice my kid for... Nah, whatever. All right, we're just going to,
I just didn't know Ryan Reynolds was a ventriloquist.
Listen, it'll be better than
Jim Henson world.
Pikachu! It'll be better than Green Lantern, which is...
Oh, yeah.
The movie looks good. Some of the Pokemon look terrifying, oddly enough, and I'm not sure how I feel about some of those. Obviously, they're going to be funny. I do like some of the designs. I loved seeing the Ludicolo because that was adorable. It's the thing behind the bar with the sombrero. That's actually part of its head. I think a lot of the Pokemon are really, really well designed. They look really, really good versus what we saw before. The first trailer where some of those Pokemon looked downright terrifying because they released some of the models. For example, Greninja is the giant frog ninja. They were jumping through the caves and whatnot. That weird scarf around their head that flies behind them is not a scarf. That's their tongue. They have a tongue that just wraps around their head like a mask, and it's absolutely terrifying because in the model they released, you can see all like the taste buds on it. So I'm like, ugh, that's a really bumpy scar. Oh, that's right, it's its tongue. So it makes it really, really, it made it kind of creepy. But some of the other Pokemon looked fantastic. We see a Snorlax really quickly sleeping in the middle of the street. It looks like a giant beanbag chair. It was adorable looking. Then we got a really terrifying looking Apiom, which, Jesus Christ, that thing screamed. Its eyes flashed purple. We see Mewtwo at the very end. For those who didn't get to see the trailer, you do get to see
Mewtwo?
Mewtwo. It is a genetic clone of an attempted clone of Mew. And he comes flying out of nowhere. I have no idea what kind of role he's going to play. You know what would be kind of cool? It would be kind of cool to see this as the lead up to the first Pokemon movie where they did battle Mewtwo. Because we do see him escape and whatnot. It would be kind of cool to see if that was the lead up to this. Like, the Detective Pikachu's trying to help to save the day. It'd be interesting. I don't think it could be how it works. I don't actually know. I have to see the movie. I know I'm going to go see the movie because it looks funny. Ryan Reynolds as Pikachu looks...
It's going to be great.
Adorable and funny just because I know with just wise-ass comments, we'll be fine. It looks fine. The kid will be fine. He looks a lot like Miles Morales from Into the Spider-Verse. Like, you take the animated kid who played Spider-Man in Into the Spider-Verse, and they look super, super similar. I don't know. I think the movie overall looks fine. I'm gonna go see it. I think some of the Pokemon are gonna be nightmares because there are certain things that should be never brought into the real world.
Like
Mr. Mime being one of them.
Bonsley.
Diglett. Bonsley looks fine.
Michael.
I gotta keep going back to Mr. Mime because Mr. Mime looks like a serial killer thing in front of them. But yeah, I'm excited for it.
It'd be interesting to see if this was made because of the success of Pokemon Go. Like if Pokemon Go would have flopped, they'd have been like, yeah, never mind, we're not doing this movie. You look at the timeline when Pokemon Go came out. How many years ago it came out? 2 or 3?
3.
Mike's over there, Cage.
So I mean, imagine maybe 3 years they were like, hey, let's start this movie.
Cage is like laughing. He goes, did he get removed? No, that's our social media chair now.
Pokemon will always be popular. Always. That's another thing we could have talked about because Nintendo.
Yeah, run the 4 up for a while.
Pokemon Direct happened yesterday at like 6 a.m.
The new games came out too.
They didn't come out. They were announced.
They're coming out.
That's what the Pokemon Direct was.
Okay, that's why you don't talk.
Catching up.
You don't know what you're talking. No, I'm just kidding.
Pokemon Sword and Shield were announced, and we saw the 3 starters. The 3 stars look adorable. I'm sorry, I don't have any images for that. I wasn't planning on talking about Pokemon this week. I was going to do it next week.
Hold on, Edward. Michael's a social media chair, and I know he's slacking. Sorry.
Yes. Well, I'll cover Pokemon completely when it comes out because it's for the Switch, and I can actually do. I have a screen capture I can do off of that one, so I'll get some footage of the new Pokemon game when it comes out. Because I don't want to cover too much about it just yet.
Right.
Some people are really, really happy with the Pokemon designs; they're adorable, and then some people are like, "We're getting bland starters again," and the starters have they can have nothing to do with their evolution, or they can have everything to do with their evolutions. So it'll be kind of a toss up. It's that coin flip from earlier. The Pokemon game can be really, really good or really, really bad. There is no in between. It is just one of the other. It's wow, that was a memorable game that I'm going to play probably a second time through just to pick the other starter. And then there's other ones where it's like, I'll never touch that goddamn game again. How much do I get back at this GameStop? 70 cents? Almost worth it.
Nothing's worth it at GameStop.
Like,
don't trade your games in.
Oh. No, bring them to Nerd Talk and we'll play them for you.
Yeah.
No, you won't.
So,
we'll pay you $1 more than what games.
So speaking of games, speaking of games, Brad came prepared tonight to talk about games.
Actually, it's kind of like I don't know, it's a debate, right? So, game companies, when they release a game for $60, actually, it's like 64 and change at stores when you go to buy it. Like you would expect, hey, I'm buying this product. It's full. It's finished. I'm gonna.
You know, you think that should happen.
And then you get home and you download it. It takes you like 20 minutes for the download and the update.
Longer.
And then you get slapped with, hey, here's DLC available day 1. And you're like, wait. I bought this today, day 1. It should be on the game. Oh, well, you got to pay an extra $20 for that DLC. Destiny, Mortal Kombat X.
Real quick.
Let's see. Hold on. Wait, I'm not done yet.
No, he's got a list.
Battlefield 4 and 5.
Oh, I got pictures of all of this.
Wrestling games you got paid for.
I want to point out, before we go any further,
Madden.
You posted your pictures in chat. I saw the images of the games, and I immediately knew what you were going to talk about.
Okay,
that's because we were
just rolled through them real quick.
So, Fallout 76.
Yep.
That's okay. So these are the good games, right? So you got Red Dead Redemption 2, fantastic game. You pay $60, you get an entire how many hours have people sunk into this game already? And there's no DLC.
Well, it's a 2-hour tutorial. So
exactly. So you got like 100 hours. God of War. Holy cow! That game was fantastic from start to finish. At least 30 hours of solid gameplay if you don't rush through everything. Witcher 3, I'm not even going to comment on that. That's game of the year every year. You can go back to it and play it. There's so much content for that game. You'll never be bored. This game, everything is wrong with that. Battlefield 5, releasing the game and not having any of what you promised as it releases. Oh, it's coming out in January. Yeah, you released the game in October.
Oh, and then...
Oh, this one's a fantastic one. Winner of 60 awards. More than 60. This game flopped on arrival. Dead on arrival. That game was complete garbage. They were charging DLC characters right out the bat. for a premium price of like $20.
It had so much potential.
It had potential.
And Josh mentioned Battlefront 2.
This one right here, The Order, 1886. I was actually looking forward to this. Like when it was in development, I was like, oh my god, they're making like, it's kind of like, you know, back in that day and age where you're hunting werewolves. You got Van Helsing that's possibly in the area. Yeah, that game was a complete joke. The monster bosses in that game were just reskins from the boss you fought previously with the same button. Okay, so they put it behind a button. You know where in God of War you got like the buttons that you have to press and then your character does the special move.
I don't see it in the chat. He has me blocked.
They did the same thing for 1886. The same boss every time. Oh, you got to press X at the right time. You press X and your character does the move. And then you do another one. Got to press square. If you don't press square, you got to repeat the whole cycle. Every boss. There were 3 main bosses. Every boss. Same garbage.
Kay says, you leave Battlefield alone. Battlefield 4 is amazing.
I should point out Cage has the taste of a leather shoe.
Okay, so Battlefield 4, complete garbage.
He does have you blocked.
Yeah, I can't see anything he says.
So after
Rob's
all
watching
the
it
DLC came out, when did Battlefield 4 come out? 2 years ago? A year ago? Yeah, probably more than a year ago. Okay, so they had this time to fix the game that you finally play today. That is amazing. When it released, it was complete garbage.
Okay, so I have a question. The Order, right? Okay, so on Netflix, there's a new series coming called The Order, and they fight monsters.
Probably no relation. Because
the
team that made that.
But it's today's world, not back then. Not 1886
This is a game that flopped on release.
Because I'm thinking, The Order. I was a huge fan of Van Helsing. Say what you will about Van Helsing. I love that movie. It was fantastic. Hugh Jackman.
Oh heck yeah, man!
Amazing. Kate Beckinsale. What? Like, come on.
Kate can do no wrong.
No. She's
even in the worst movie she's ever been.
Underworld, I watch every single one.
Oh my god, she's so hot.
Dude, come on. So I was thinking The Order is going to be this.
Letdown.
The Order would have been that. I was so hyped for it, and then the day it came out, the reviews were just piling up of don't buy this game, be wary, it's absolute garbage. And then I'm like, why is it garbage?
Went on
I was
Steam
going to go out
sale.
that morning and get it. Angry Joe, anybody watch Angry Joe show? Dude, he did a review on it. It was hilarious. It was the funniest one with the werewolf mask, and his review on it was priceless. And I was like, really? This is what everyone thinks about it? And sure enough, every company came out and said 4 out of 10.
Yeah, well, it went on sale on Steam.
But have you played it?
No, I will
Okay,
not play
so
that.
so here's my general rule of thumb. Is I'll play something even if someone says, or I'll go see a movie even if though someone says it's bad, because you know what? 9 times out of 10, they're wrong.
Here's the difference. You're paying $10 for that movie. I'm not dropping $60 and 8 hours of my time into a game that's
there should be a way that you could, that you should better do a pre-run on this stuff,
like a demo or a beta. A lot of games have they used to.
Not a lot.
Back in the day, they had a ton of demos for games.
Now
they were
it's
like, yo, you want to play Gears of War? Play the first.
because now they know if it sucks, they won't buy it.
So first of all, that was back to my original point. So game companies back in the day used to release a beta for everyone to play or a demo, and you're like, wow, this game is awesome. Nowadays, they stray away from that because they're like, oh, we don't want them to see how crappy our game is.
Well, there is a reason for that, actually. I can't rip on the games too much for not releasing demos. So here's the problem with the demos nowadays. This goes for both console and PC. What is the first thing you do when you slap that disc in when you get home? Xbox One, PS4, doesn't matter.
There's an update.
It's not even an update. It's the download of the game in order to make it run more efficiently, because new-gen consoles are supposed to be so great and so amazing that they would just push forward, that they would push so much power. Only reason they're able to do that is because they download the game first, taking up massive space on your hard drive so it can run more effectively, versus a game that was just running purely off the disc. It was just a simpler way of running things. No longer a thing. The problem is with demos is you'd be downloading almost the entire game in order to play that 15-minute demo or that 1-hour demo out of a 16-hour game.
Just make it where it plays off the DVD.
No, that's fine, dandy. Got to dumb those graphics way the hell down then, because
that's fine. I would rather play a dumbed down version to see if I'm going to like the gameplay, then
that's
Which they use give demos out like when you buy the video game magazine.
And that's what you do with betas. A beta, when a company drops a beta, unfortunately companies really only drop betas for online games because they need to server test. Now granted, their server test doesn't mean anything because on day 1 through day 2, good luck getting online, you're just not going to be able to. It's just not. There is not a single company, or there's one singular company in the world that handles day 1 releases fine, and that's Blizzard with World of Warcraft. They're like, you know what? Overpopulated servers always have issues. The medium servers never. I play on Shattered Hand, Rune Totem, and Urson, all medium population servers. I've never had any issues. My one character, Mal'Ganis, I can never get them on day 1 for DLC. They have less server outages than any other company. They've shown that, and we've proven it.
They're also one of the last few MMO companies out there, so I mean, I can see why that would.
The thing is, this is day 1 releases I'm talking about, though. For day 1 X-Pack drops, they have very, very few outages, very, very few issues.
Even
high population servers such as Draenor.
So you would say the same about Cataclysm, because that was servers down for a long time. Cataclysm servers were down.
For the high pop servers, yeah. Low pop server, medium to low pop servers did not have that issue. They were fine. For example, I played BFA. I played on Urson and on Mal'Ganis. Urson, Rune Totem. Because I have 4 characters now at 120 because I've leveled through Zul'Dazar.
Well, maybe it's just a few companies that can handle their servers that actually know there's going to be people that want to play their game. There's so many companies out there that just kind of beta test as the game's released.
They're new to this.
Here's this game.
Right.
You pay the premium price, but also test the game out for us. And that's why they fail. Evolve. That's why you failed. Because you wanted to beta test your game.
You know, in Cage says nowadays games on a lower quality game can ruin your experience. But when your experience is not going to be there, it's strictly to test the game. And if it's something that's good, then you go and you download or you go buy the real version of it and you play it. I would rather take a low version just to see if I'm going to like it. Like me, I went out and bought Red Dead 2, and I still can't kill the wolves.
Right.
So it doesn't matter to me. Now I'm like, you know what? I'm out. So no, I got a game that I probably will never touch again.
It's terrible.
So no. Well,
you're 2 hour. You're in the two-hour tutorial, and there's like 180 hours still to go.
I know.
I know. It all comes down to like, hey,
but see,
don't make it so hard that not everybody that people can't play it. You know, because there are some games that are awesome.
You know, I have a CTE problem, and actually I was talking to one of our show hosts, and I have a hypersensitivity to noise, and so if I'm overwhelmed, you know, but I may have the CTE thing maybe happening where it makes me seasick.
Right. And there's also blur on that too. So when you're trying to fight those wolves, there's camera blur, and then you're like, I can see.
So blur. I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna completely give up, but I know me.
Or maybe just have him get you past it.
Yeah, go get me past it. Cage.
I'm gonna play the whole game for you then.
Cage, go get me past it, please, so I can go and just free roam and play and shoot people and stuff.
So, with it being said that companies try it, not all companies try and swindle people out of their money. There are a lot of companies that do this justice. I mean, there's a huge list. It goes on and on. The company who did Monster Hunter World.
He's got a monster list over
Monster Hunter World was fantastic on release.
It was a great
game. The Spider-Man game that recently came out,
fantastic.
I don't know how many people were like, dude, this game's amazing.
That's Sony. Sony kicked ass with that one. That was like,
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Like, that was a fantastic game.
I expect nothing less.
There's a game probably nobody's heard of, Octopath Traveler. It came out for the Nintendo Switch.
It was fine. It was a fun game.
It's a very good game.
Indie game.
Forza Horizon 4. Forza Horizon, I am a huge fan.
Yeah, it's
every single one. 4 was amazing. It still is. And then there's Spyro Reignited. $30. That game's $30.
Mm-hmm.
And
you got a full game.
Spyro?
Everybody
I remember that game.
Yeah, it's a remastered version of the older ones. But the thing is, like,
it's good.
The thing is you're not paying the full $60 for a brand new game. You're paying $30 for a game you know you played before. They redid everything. It's like, wow,
cool.
This is fantastic.
Yeah,
but they're not charging you full price for it, which is the cool thing. They're like, no, they're like, $30 and you're good. It's half price for a game you've already played. Whereas a lot of companies are like, we remastered our game. $60 to play it. I'm like, I feel like I already know what's going to happen.
We'll tell everybody to go over to Facebook.
Apex Legends, you know, it's
a free game.
It's a free game. Came out. They didn't ask anything for it. Huh. They put in you know, skins that you can buy.
Let's say loot boxes. That's fine. Whatever. It's a free game. I don't care.
The game works, and the servers worked day one. The servers worked day one. They had like 1.5 million people playing that.
Crash Bandicoot was fantastic.
Yeah. That's a good game too. What I'm saying is, like, the companies that are giving us these games, it's not the developers that are the problem. It's the marketing team. It's the people who are pushing the money, saying, push this game out now. We don't care if it's done. We'll X out this. Destiny, you garbage company. Bungie, you got screwed by Activision. I'm sorry, you did. So people telling you to push the game out, you're saying it's not done, and then who gets stuck with the bill? It's us.
Can I remind everyone that Destiny, season 1 of Destiny was when you sat down and you're like, all right, cool, what's the story? And they went, what story? And the Bungie team had to go on Twitter and apologize. They're like, we said this wasn't done yet. Like, we made it noble. We have a whole new thing on the way. But now we're being told it has to be included as DLC, not the main game, which we originally wanted to be. So it's like, oh yeah, we're going to fight Crota.
That's horrible.
They're like, we're going to fight Crota. We're like, who the hell is Crota? We don't know. All we know is she's some
class I was playing. I'm like, why am I reborn? They're like, oh, you've been dead for a long time. Thanks. What's his face? Peter Dinklage.
Which they took out and replaced.
You fucking leave Dinklebot alone. There are very few things that will smite you over. Dinklebot was fine.
He ruined the game.
The ghosts were the only redeeming factor about early Destiny, and then we brought Norman Bot. Norman Bot was fine too. I like Norman Bot.
So hold on a second. So anybody that's watching on WeBeam, all right. Of course, we're on normal programming on WeBeam TV. Jump over to Facebook, and Facebook will. We'll continue there till probably about 8 or whenever we stop talking. So this is the after show.
I promise I'll stop talking.
Yeah, let's say I didn't have any issues. I didn't have any issues with the ghosts. The ghosts were fine. I actually thought they were the little quips they made were fine. They were fun. They were silly. There was a little bit of because the game gets very, very serious very, very quickly.
Very serious.
And to have your character be silent. And having the only other character in the entire damn game to have any form of character development and personality being Cade, which you talk to for all of 7 seconds.
Wait a minute. So, what game are you talking about again?
Destiny.
So that crossed over with Harry Potter? Because it's serious. And that's why I'm here, folks.
Rob, cue the crickets.
I can't stand game companies that do that, though. So that was my rant for it. There are a lot of game companies that do it, and then there are some that don't. I feel like the ones that don't, the dev team actually are gamers at heart, and they're like, hey, we want to produce a product that everyone loves. So,
for all, if you can play one game and only one game on any system, on only any one system, what would it be? Oh, so like if I only play one game until the end of time.
We know what game you only play is World of Warcraft. Talk about it all the time.
No, that's not my default.
Devin said Warframe.
Warframe was free, actually. That one's another free game.
Warframe's I say it's fantastically done.
It didn't start out fantastic.
It was all right. I played that back in the day, back in the early days of it. It wasn't terrible. There wasn't a lot to do.
What game would you play?
Pong.
Oh boy,
I love Pong.
No, I
love Pong.
If it was one game one alone, I'd probably get sucked into League of Legends because I've been playing that since I got my first laptop. So I can't actually rip on League too hard.
Chrono Trigger.
As much as I absolutely hate League, I hate it so much. I don't enjoy playing it, but
all the way. That's the only game I would play. I'm
really good at Pong. I am like the world's best.
League of Legends. What would yours be?
I'd be forced to play League of Legends.
Mike, what would yours be?
WoW, and if I could bring back the game, Star Wars Galaxies. Because that was a great...
Can you really say WoW?
Yeah.
Can you, though? We're 2 raids in. You haven't even finished the first one.
No.
Are you not grinding it out, Mike?
No, I'm not grinding it out.
Do you not have
Dude, it's not even...
And dude, you got a laptop, and you have a laptop?
I got a new laptop that can handle it.
We're on the second raid now. We're in the second raid of this X-Pack. My man hasn't finished the first one on normal.
He's being shamed.
It's like...
Yeah.
He's being shamed.
Stay in the corner.
Yeah,
Don't come over here.
you know,
You're not allowed to say wow.
Joshua is also saying wow.
The original Zelda.
Wow,
yeah, the original Zelda.
Been playing since today when I met Brad. Aw, your buddies.
Well, okay. Well, I mean, okay, then
wow.
Pac-Man. I love Pac-Man.
Arcade?
Yes.
That's the best.
Love
You gotta
Pac-Man.
have that joystick.
That is awesome.
He likes the joystick.
Says the person in the corner.
Yeah. That's in the
This
joysticking.
just
Hashtag
in.
joysticking. Don't make me dig that picture up.
It's not dug up. I'm pretty sure it's left.
Actually,
in the-
joystick
It's probably right on the
for
desktop.
Combat, like fighting games, is fantastic.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll say it's completely the preference. I prefer fight pad personally. I have a fight pad for. I have a controller, not a fighting stick. But I have friends that play fighting stick only. Whenever we go and hang out at someone's house, we almost always play fighting games. For example, we're really into Dragon Ball Fighters right now. We've been playing that since it came out. We've got friends who bring their own controllers, their own fight pads and whatnot, and their own fight sticks.
Stick controllers, those are so expensive.
Like about $100
for a controller. That's what I'm saying. They're
for an Xbox One controller, you're paying $75, so you're actually not too far off of a fighting game controller.
No, I'm talking about PS4.
So Michelle has to run.
PS4's what, 60?
Watching. She's saying bye to everyone.
The controller itself.
Bye, Michelle.
Like a DualShock 3 wireless.
I'm talking about the joystick one.
Social media guy won't say bye to you, but I'll say bye. We miss you already.
Later.
Come back soon. But anyway, so now that we've talked about all that,
don't we have another trailer?
I'm tired. That is like totally just that wiped me.
I know. I didn't mean to go on a
Larlin
tirade.
said Ninja Turtles arcade game.
The 1986 one, absolutely. I will play the hell out of that.
Is that the airplane game? 1986?
No.
1986
Ninja
Turtles
game.
Oh.
Really?
Thinking of 1942.
You can play it on what? It came on the NES and the SNES.
Hey Rob, what's the next trailer we got?
It was such a good game.
Oh, I know what I want. I want to show the Captain Marvel. No. Because I want to talk about. I want to go into the.
We're getting into that, are we?
To the rant. So go ahead and play the Captain Marvel, and then we'll come right back, and then I'll talk about. Folks. It's not what you think. So we'll be right back after this little preview.
So Skrulls are the bad guys. And you're a Kree, a race of noble warriors.
Heroes. Noble warrior heroes.
Your life began the day it nearly ended. We found you. With no memory, we made you one of us. So you could live longer, stronger, superior. You were reborn.
I keep having these memories. Something in my past is the key to all of this.
You know how to fly this thing?
We'll see.
That's a yes or no question.
Yes.
Would you like to know what you really are?
I think I had a life here. What aren't you telling me?
You've come a long way, but you're not as strong as you think. This war is just the beginning.
I'm not gonna fight your war. I'm gonna end it.
Get out of it. All right, so we're back.
You didn't have cornrows when she did Fast and the Furious.
Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, so let me listen.
I was okay with her in that.
YouTube's having issues anyway. Okay, so here's the thing. Am I mad at Brie Larson for this? Absolutely not. Do I like what she said when she was talking back about Wrinkle in Time? No, I did not. because I'm one of those over 40 guys that are paying her way to do what she does for a living. Not that I went and seen Wrinkle in Time, because that's just not that's not my thing, but I understood what she was trying to be, that moment in time that she wanted to say something smart, and it kind of blew up in her face. So here's the thing. So, so everybody's talking about Rotten Tomatoes, blah, 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 this and that. Well, first of all, Rotten Tomatoes has not previewed this movie. There is no rating. If you go to Rotten Tomatoes right now and look for Captain Marvel rating, there's no ratings at all. It's not been rated yet. So all this crap that's coming up on her is from last year. And what happened is, because of, it's just like the old, and again, I'm not going to go political, but you've got to see where my point is. Here we've got Kavanaugh, who's going through this whole crap of something that happened 30 years ago. Who cares? Right? No one has seen the movie except for a few at most. So no one knows really what the movie is, if it's good or bad, if she should have been the person that played it or not, is her butt good enough or not. You know what? I saw her in Kong, and she wasn't the greatest actor in the world, but it's kind of funny. In Kong, you got Samuel L. Jackson, and you got Samuel L. Jackson this, and so I got a feeling I know why she got into this movie. Yeah. So, is she terrible? I've seen her in other stuff where she's not terrible, right? So, until you see the movie, don't judge. Right. Because, you know what? This may come out next Friday. It blow us all the way.
Yeah, let's hope so.
So, now, again, am I happy with what she said? No. But you know what? A couple years ago, you and I probably wouldn't be sitting here some of the stuff that I said. Or years ago, so, you and I definitely probably would not be
made
here.
A comment about the ratings. There aren't Captain Marvel ratings on Rotten Tomatoes because the trolls were leaving fake negative reviews on it.
Again, but that's because no one has seen the damn movie. And if you've seen it, that means you've ripped it from somewhere.
People are going ripping it apart because of Bree's
Well,
mouth,
you know what? Until you see the actual
pigs and everything.
But until you see the actual, well,
I mean, critics have seen the movie. And that's the thing. But the
little YouTube trolls have not.
But the critics,
they're just going off what everybody else is saying.
And here's the thing about that, though. Those aren't the ones that people read.
But they are.
Do you have it? No, they're not. Do you have the verified mark next to your name when you log into Rotten Tomatoes? It shows, hey, I'm a film critic. No. Therefore, I don't give a shit what your opinion is.
But the problem is,
I take this from an idea of someone who's been doing this for years, and they're like, oh yeah, it was generally a good movie, or it was all right, it wasn't very good. The thing is, the part that people really don't like is the fact that Rotten Tomatoes refreshed the page.
Well, because they were putting stuff up that. Well, that's fine. Let the movie come out and let it stand on its own.
No, you cannot.
Sure, you can.
You should still be able to read the original critic reviews.
No, I say
they shouldn't have deleted that.
If I put a comment that says, on Nerd Talk that says you guys are shit, I want that comment said. I don't want it removed. Because here's the thing about that. That's a legitimate review. That's someone's opinion. It's not a good opinion, but it's something I need to focus on and improve on. If you remove it, you're removing everything bad about you and trying to make yourself.
You have to remember this, though.
Like that.
The one thing that everybody in this world needs to get off their soapboxes and remember this: opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one, and some of them stink really bad.
And when it comes to movies,
bottom line is
TV shows, video games, I want to hear the reviews.
But we have gone to see movies. All of us
and
together,
and, a developer,
and they were hammered. Oh, it sucks. Blah 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 blah. We all went and walked out and went, holy crap, that was a really good movie.
There's not many of those though.
Yeah, there's a lot more. Do you think?
What movie were you talking about specifically?
You can't say The Predator
because the thing is,
The Predator was the worst movie
movie I've ever seen.
No,
I will stand by that movie.
There's other movies,
so
and when I think of it, I'll blurt it out like a Trek. I'm just saying right now, there's movies that we've all gone together and looked, and everybody's like, oh, it's horrible. Come out and went, that's pretty damn.
It wasn't me who agreed with him, and I know exactly what it was. What? It was the Justice League movie.
No,
that movie sucked.
It was Venom.
Garbage. No,
Venom, everybody was crapping all over Venom.
Yeah, Venom was good.
But we came out and went, wow, that was really good.
Hold on. Critics didn't like that movie. Fans loved it.
Okay.
The fan review was a 98%.
Again, when the critics start putting their stuff out, the problem with if all the armchair quarterback movie critics would just shut the hell up and let the critics do their things, then we could sit there and go, oh, you know what? I didn't agree with the critic, but I went and saw it anyway. But when the armchair kids get in there and they overwhelm because they're hating, that's why Rotten Tomato did it. They cleaned it out and said, screw this.
That's a contradiction, though.
Everybody goes, what?
You contradicted yourself there because the armchair warriors are the ones who saved Venom. Because those are the ones who rated the movie. No, the critics gave it 29%.
And that's the very reason I went to see it, because the critics said
give it a 98%.
I don't pay attention. Again, I don't pay attention to it.
That's your fault and your problem to deal with then. Everyone else pays attention to that.
How's that a problem?
My prediction for this movie, it's going to be the Green Lantern for Marvel movies. It's going to be the worst one out of the whole series.
I don't know.
It could be good. I mean, I've only seen one movie with Brie Larson.
You're going in.
You're February 29th, 30th, and 31sting this, and I don't think they realize it yet.
I don't know. See, I'm old school. The minute it gets bad ratings, I immediately go watch it because it's going to be good. And then when everybody like A Star Is Born, puke. That is the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
I've never even seen it because I was like,
and he can't sing, and neither can she.
I'm not going to say. I mean, Bradley Cooper's okay. He's all right.
He's good as Rocket.
He's good in.
And he's good as a drunk guy.
That's what he's good in.
But other than that, I'm not interested. So.
Yeah. I don't know.
I got halfway and I'm like, nope, I'm out. This is the dumbest movie I've ever seen. If you want to watch Stars Born, go see the original with Barbra Streisand. Oh, that's good.
So basically, it comes down to preference. Like everyone has preference of movies that they like, and
of course,
I feel like
that's the version
I
like.
don't really care about Captain Marvel, but I do like what you said last week. I want to know, leading up to the last Avengers movie,
what happened.
I don't want to miss out on anything because
we need that hole filled.
Right. Even though it's a tiny one. We still need it filled.
Well, it's going to be.
I don't know. Are you saying Breeze? Are you saying Breeze hole's tiny?
No, I'm saying the fact that they had three movies devoted.
Only her butt. She got a tiny butt.
They had 3 movies devoted to Tony Stark, Iron Man 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah,
we all agreed number 3 didn't happen.
We got to build up character background. He's a well-rounded character. So I feel like we love Tony Stark. We love the Avengers because all of them, most of the good ones, have had their own movie. So this person coming out of nowhere, out of left field.
Literally out of left field.
Like Captain Marvel, she's supposed to save everyone. What? Why didn't we get movies leading about or telling us about her? Like, do a Tony Stark version of her, like,
or a flashback of her, or something, and other stuff.
Happens to you, but no, you want to cram it all in one movie. And I think that's what people are having a problem with, is the fact that we know nothing about this person, but they're essentially supposed to save everyone from Thanos.
Well, here's the thing, but because you've got the armchair people, right? Everybody knows about Captain Marvel. It's just now we're getting sideswiped with her.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, heck, what are they going to do?
Said, aside from Hulk, but good points, Brad.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I like the one with Ed Norton.
Yeah.
That was a good
awesome.
Hulk.
He was fantastic. I don't know why they changed him.
He just wasn't big enough.
Yeah. But he did a great job. I don't care what anybody...
No, I don't mean size-wise. Right. I mean, he wasn't a big enough star.
He was bigger than Mark Ruffalo, I think.
Yeah. No, he wasn't.
Mark Ruffalo still wasn't known.
What did he just do? He did Fight Club before that, but what did he do in between Fight Club and...
That was Brad Pitt movie.
Yeah, but he was in Fight Club.
I know, but it was a Brad Pitt movie.
Okay.
Brad Pitt carried that movie.
Yeah, so I guess he would be a bit...
Mark Ruffalo was...
History X, he was in that.
Yeah.
Okay, but a lot of people didn't see that.
Yeah, that came out in the 90s, right?
That was a skinhead movie.
Yeah, a lot of people wouldn't.
So people stayed away from it just because... Now, I watched it. It was a good movie. But it had that stigma of being a skinhead movie. Why would I go watch that? That's why would I go watch a Malcolm X movie? I'm not going to go watch it.
Josh makes it was
a great movie.
Really good point in that sense. Is the reason why they're giving her the whole movie is because we have no information on her. We have to fill that in. There's so much that non-comic fans have they have not a clue about.
If you're not a comic book person, you have no idea who she is.
Josh mentioned Norton wanted too much money. That's why they booted him.
And because of that, they don't have a choice but to give her an entire movie. They have to. They have to fill people in because little bits and pieces aren't going to be able to fill in an entire character.
Yeah.
You couldn't do that with any. The only character they've tried doing that with is Vision, and there's a reason why no one cried when Vision got his.
I think they're going to cross over Shazam, and he's just going to kill everybody.
They don't. There's every character who people actually would give a damn about. They've given.
That's going to be a good movie, bro.
The only other two is Hawkeye, but people are like, okay, sure, whatever. We're going to see him. Yeah, so he's a Jabot.
But Black Widow's getting her own movie.
Finally, yeah, because
thank God, because she deserves
could
it.
use one.
She's got a really in-depth.
She's got a massive background that we're just ignoring.
So she's an assassin. Like, there's so many different routes. She could totally go like the Red Sparrow route. Anybody see that movie?
Yes.
That was fantastic.
That was
fantastic.
It was pretty good.
Shut your mouth. It was fantastic.
You like because you got to see Jennifer Lawrence
Jennifer
wearing a lot
Lawrence
less.
was fantastic, but the assassin part of it,
it was really cool.
Like that whole thing, like they could do that with.
Your favorite part was the classroom scene, wasn't it?
Here's the thing that was already like super, like they're super.
I slowed that
like,
down. No,
just about the same, just about the same story.
Yeah. So yeah,
we're gonna get a.
Okay, so Larlin, perfect example. Larlin said this. It's also like the Black Panther.
No.
Yeah, I agree with her.
I don't.
Because he just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, but at least they get it. They gave him a movie where he wasn't directly involving the Avengers. Like,
well, he didn't need to.
He didn't really do anything in the Avengers movie though. He didn't really.
Which one?
He died.
Yeah, he got.
What? In
he got snapped away, right? Yeah.
Do you mean in Civil War? Does he not do anything?
No, he wasn't
in
snapped
Civil War,
away.
He plays a very, very small part because that's Wakanda
just sister did
barely pushing out into the world. Because his father wanted him to integrate, and the rest of the city did not. So they're like slowly like.
I feel like that movie was overrated. It was a decent movie, but
it was all right.
I don't think it should have gotten awards.
Fantastic sound score, fantastic job of the animation and. Special effects. I think all those are fantastic. I do not think it deserved Best Movie.
It didn't get Best Movie.
It didn't get Best Movie.
No, it got...
no. Makeup and costume.
It got a few awards.
Makeup and costume.
Like but...
I've got... He's telling me in my ear what it got. Makeup and costume. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd give it that then.
The costume was bad.
Costume.
Yeah, I'm saying
it was bad.
The CG and stuff in it, the special effects was bad.
You had someone riding a rhino. I'll put money on that wasn't a real fucking rhino that came and went ba-boom and just went through the. I'm like, that's awesome. I want to ride a rhino. Like, let me ride a rhino into battle. That sounds badass.
On the endangered species list.
Some of them.
I don't think
not
it's the black one
or wherever.
Or it's the black one or the white one. I don't know. There's like 8 different races of rhino, and like 7 of them aren't. One of them is only endangered. Oh. I'll guarantee you they're not riding the
T'Challa did get in the snap. Yeah, and it was one of them.
Well, either way. So, are we gonna go see Captain Marvel now?
Of course. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah, man.
All right.
It's on.
Sweet.
Matter of fact, we should do it Thursday night so we can talk about it on Friday and spoil it.
He does play a small role in Civil War, not a big one. He's
not a big one.
I'm angry at Bucky. But that was okay.
That's how they introduced him into
that
the
little
series
introduction was okay. It's the same. It's almost. I feel like they played just as much of a role as as Samuel L. Jackson pulling out his pager and hitting the Captain Marvel button. Basically the same there, because y'all did nothing in the movie. You guys did nothing in the movie except get angry.
Yeah. Well, she's not. It's not like she's getting 3 movies like Iron Man.
No, but I feel like
or Captain America.
I feel like if they were to even give her 2 movies,
we didn't need some of those
to build that character.
Yeah.
So we don't just get like, hey, here's a rounded character in one movie, and then.
Well, and they may do that.
Yeah.
You don't see. We're jumping to conclusions of how this movie's going to be.
Spider-Man: Homecoming.
We need to just
they gave us
chill out.
Well-rounded, a damn good character in one movie.
Oh, they did. Yeah, I have to agree with him there. I don't agree with
and made him fantastic.
Had 3 other failed movies that kind of introduced Spider-Man to everyone.
But they still gave
set the stage.
They covered everything they should have in an origin movie.
Same thing.
Thor was fantastic. I would give him another movie.
No.
Ragnarok was a bit rough. All right, we don't need.
Ragnarok was a comedy.
We already have an entire team dedicated to 70s, 80s, and 90s music. We don't need to do any more.
Yes, you do. All 80s movies.
Go watch Guardians of the Galaxy again. Go watch Guardians of the Galaxy again. You'll be fine.
No, I want to watch.
We don't need to incorporate. Yeah. I want my Nordic Ragnarok.
He's gone.
As he flies in on a Pegasus. That's what I want. I do not need that getting involved in Thor.
If they did like a prequel movie for him, like back in the day when like they were
I don't want a prequel.
Like
No,
Viking-ish
we don't need a prequel.
fighters.
No, you'd
We
lose me
don't.
on
That
that
you
one.
say you're at that point. If Marvel tried to produce that, I'd be like, you're scraping the barrel for money.
Yeah, now you're.
And you don't need to.
So they should have started with that.
If you want to start,
They should have
no.
started back in the beginning.
No, you don't. We don't need a Viking. As cool as that would be, because we have all these Greek mythology
You just
movies
said
and
you
whatnot.
wanted that.
I'm saying I would love that. I don't want Marvel to do it.
Well, who do you want to
If
do
you
it?
want, we have Egyptian god movies, we have Greek god movies. We don't have very many Viking god movies. We have like next to none because they're super cool because they have all this backstory and all this lore, but we don't use any of it. I would like to see it done. I do not want Marvel to do it because I don't want to see a throwback to Thor. I want actual Thor. Not comic Thor, I want historic Thor. I want brutal Thor. The thing is the whole deal with Thor in the comics was Thor because the thing is Odin didn't talk Thor out of killing the ice giants. He encouraged it. He said slaughter every last man, woman, and child, and Thor did it. That's the Thor I want. I don't want to see a Thor. No, don't do it, my son, and then show up. I have to save the day now and pull Thor out, and it's just like. No. What part of every last woman and child didn't you get? I want to see the war-bringing Thor. I want to see Ragnarok happen in a Thor style, in a historically accurate way, versus a Marvel way.
It's all made up. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But the bottom line, this whole thing was this is the bottom line: is stop listening to everybody, go watch it, or if you don't want to spend the money. Wait till it comes out on DVD, or you can rent it, period.
We'll just wait for us to spoil it for you.
Yeah, we will spoil. I'm just letting you know now. Thursday night.
Well, should we put up a warning, be like, hey, from here on out.
I really don't think we should spoil it. I think we should give them a week before we spoil it.
Maybe a week.
Honestly.
Well, speaking of which, I have a special guest.
Weekend to go see it.
Did I say this on air yet? We have a special guest coming in a couple of weeks who...
Mythology's still written down in the books, and there's still
here's the thing. Everybody get caught up at least the first 4 seasons of The Walking Dead, because we have a character coming on that was a walker in all 4 seasons.
Well, that's good. Season 4 was the last season before it, got bad. So go ahead, season 4 is great. Then after 5 and 6 and so on.
She never had a death scene. That's a she. She never had a, like on Talking Dead, how they deal with a walker die.
Right.
But she said, I think she said one of the, what was it, Herschel's, one of the other people with Herschel was Patricia, I think it was. She was an eater. So they actually sold her eating.
Oh, wow.
So yes, and she's a local. And I met her this week, and I was like, "Oh, this is great.
Nice.
It's gonna be cool." See, Larlin says, "I don't care if you spoil it. I'm still watching it." LOL. So
we're not spoiling it until the next week. Don't worry. You have 1 weekend to watch it. You have 1 weekend to watch it.
Maybe.
No, you have 1 weekend to watch it, and then we're going to discuss everything.
Yeah. Okay.
No, because here's what we're going to do. This Friday we will discuss what
He's sick
thoughts.
next week. We're going to spoil that bitch. I'm just saying right now. Don't be sick.
We're not spoiling it. We will say it's out. We will give. We will say whether it's worth the watch. I'm sure we're going to sit here and go, it's worth watching. You have 1 weekend to see it though.
Okay,
That's
so
kind of how
here's my tease for our.
Can't ruin it for everybody.
Okay, sure.
I'm gonna start ruining movies for you then.
That's fine.
Just for fun. Just for just giggles.
Doesn't matter.
So what's your tease?
Jesus.
So the tease is what?
You said Jesus dies halfway through.
I know that.
I spoiled your book.
I already know you. I know Jesus died. What the hell's wrong with you? Anyway, so I love messing with it. It's easy. So in the back, it's gone.
I know what you were talking
where
about.
the trooper hat is, I know what it says. That we are going to start a membership to become a
Where's
Nerdite.
Cage?
And keep watching the Nerd Talk page, because not only do you get a cool clock that and we'll have some to choose from, and they're not just clocks. They're either a Millennium Falcon, or they're the Death Star, or we have one that's a Trooper. We even have a Marvel, and we may even have a Nerd Talk clock. Depends on the guy. We have a guy making them. You're going to get your own Nerdite card, And then you're going to get stickers for your says Nerdites and Nerdosphere. So you can become a nerd, and it's going to be a very, very, very low price. And we're going to see how much support we get from the Nerdosphere and our Nerdites. And Brad had an idea that he wants to put hats on us.
What? No, I had an idea for hats.
Brad's got a great idea for hats, and if they look good, we'll make them online as well. So nerdy. Larlin says so nerdy. So what are we talking about next week? Captain Marvel.
Nope.
Hellboy, since we didn't talk about Hellboy tonight.
Yeah, so we'll talk about Hellboy's trailer next week.
Yeah, we
have to cover that.
I watched it, and then whoop. I liked it. It's just so weird not seeing Ron.
I loved it. I thought it was the best trailer I've seen all year.
Well, you know what? How many minutes we got left, Rob?
We have like 6.
2.5? How long is it?
No.
It's 2 minutes.
I want to give Hellboy a full few minutes.
Oh, okay. We
We can do some next time.
We have to. Because the thing is,
we'll lead off with Hellboy.
Because I want to compare it to Ron Perlman. And I can't do that in 2 minutes.
So we should play both trailers then, the original one and the new one.
Oh, yeah, we'll do that. We'll play
sure.
both.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll put them back to back real quick.
I like.
That sounds fantastic.
My favorite Hellboy of the two would be the Golden Army. I like that the best.
Woo! Going on the, I was trying to think, going against the current on this one.
Yeah.
A lot of people prefer 1 because 1 was significantly better. 2 was cool, had a lot of really cool themes, just rushed. That was all. They rushed it in story development.
Yeah, I like the second.
See, again, opinion. So you think that. He thought it was awesome.
Well, the majority thinks that.
Well, the majority does not equal
like 97%.
Like, you can call my artwork garbage, but somebody else is going to pay money for it. So
it's all perspective.
Opinion, and everybody has an opinion because we've already defined that.
Remember, everybody's got an asshole.
First of all, my favorite.
Some just
one of my favorite
know that some people consider splattering paint across the canvas
I think it's complete garbage.
So say, right. I would say I'll agree with you using the eye of the beholder, but when the general majority goes, that looks like shit, and the 1% goes, I love it.
A lot
it's
of
just
people
like,
called the movie Kung Pao garbage, and that's one of my top.
That's a great movie.
Top 5, bro.
Absolutely.
Stomach plug out.
Top 5 movies.
Stomach plug. Oh god.
The second one would be Shaolin Soccer, and then Kung Fu Hustle.
You leave Shaolin Soccer alone. That's fantastic.
Dude, I said that was top 5.
That was
top 5.
Such a good movie.
Yeah.
Did you not hear me say top 5?
Top 5. He liked it.
Of
top
all time.
5.
Top 5 movies. Those 3 are in there.
Unlike me, who is Spaceballs.
Spaceballs was good.
And Blazing Saddles.
Yeah. Blazing Saddles was better than Spaceballs, I think.
And Debbie Does Dallas.
I didn't see that one.
You should.
I don't.
It's one we can't play the trailer here.
Oh yes, we can. We're the internet. We can do whatever we want to. Anyway.
No.
Huh?
Kung Fu Hustle.
Yeah, it was fine.
It's okay.
There's a lot of movies that are just kind of okay to me.
Mike, what about you?
I'm more critical now that I've grown up. Like before I was a kid, I'd be like, oh my god, like let me just watch this over and over and over again. And I would watch movies. Now I'm sitting here a little older and watching some of those movies. I'm like, there's other things I don't like about this movie. That I can definitely pass on. Like I'm not gonna say it's a bad movie now, but I'll definitely be like, there's notable things that children don't notice right away.
All right, so we got 20 seconds left, and we're going to say goodbye, good night, good tomorrow. We'll see you later. We'll see you next week. We may or may not spoil. We may spoil Captain Marvel. We never know what happens on Nerd Talk because when I go down a path, that's the way it goes. Anyway, we'll see everybody next week. Bye, Nerdites. Be good. See ya. Love you.